Hello guys, so today I just wanted to do a favorites video. It's been a minute since I've done one, I think, and it's also been a minute since I uploaded a video. I do have a chit chat get ready with me video. I think I'll put that up before this one. I guess I'm just gonna jump right in with my favorites. So first off, my first favorite is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. Now, I've been using this for about a month, I think. Before that, I was using the Jouer foundation, which I loved and had a great amount of coverage, but I think it was breaking me out. That's a bummer. But this one has not affected my skin in any negative ways at all. It's super lightweight. I don't ever feel it on my skin, and you can build the coverage really nicely. And the color is LG3, which I think matches me pretty well. I do have a little bit of tan still fading from my body, but I think once it's gone, it'd be a perfect match. So big fan of that. These lashes, this is the first time I'm wearing them, but I'm obsessed with them, aside from the fact that this one clearly needs to be moved over like the tiniest bit. These are from Kiss, and they're the Lash Couture Max Out lashes in the shade in the style Chic. So let me see if I could show you better. It's kind of hard to describe, but they are more separated lashes, like kind of chunky, thick bits instead of thick all the way around, which is what I really like about them. So I'm pleased with these. I'm probably going to be stocking up on them if there's ever a sale, because I think these would be my go-to when I do wear lashes. I haven't been wearing makeup that much because of masks, and I don't wear makeup at my job because there's not a lot of girls. It would feel weird. Although I was thinking about it the other day, because the way I look at work is very different than I look in the real world, in my opinion. So if we ever, like, every now and again there are plans to all hang out and go out after COVID, and I'm always like, I feel like I have to tone down who I am outside of work, because it's just such a drastic difference, if that makes sense. Random thought I felt like mentioning. My other favorite, I've done a video on this before and mentioned it a couple times. This is the Mix Easy Face Cream. This is a custom formula. I'll leave whatever links I can down below, but it is a skincare where you pick the main ingredients based on what your skin needs. And I feel like this has really been helping, especially now that I have to wear a mask. It's a little harder for my skin to breathe, and I have been having trouble with breakouts, and I feel like that's definitely been helping, as well as my other favorite. Now, this is something when I worked at Sephora, I got a full size of in gratis. Loved it, bought another full size, and then since then haven't really gone back to it, and I'm not sure why. So I bought it the other day. Kind of upset about the size of it, because for some reason I thought I bought the full size bottle, and I guess I didn't, and it's kind of pricey for this amount you get, but it's still Tarte, so they're a little bit cheaper on the skincare side of things. This is the Knockout Tingling Treatment. I think this has changed my skin dramatically. Every time I've used it, I've been like, wow, this is a lifesaver. It gets rid of any congestion I have under the skin that kind of won't come out. It gets rid of texture, any little bumpies that I have. This really helps with that, and it's really a staple product that I don't understand why I keep forgetting about, and then, you know, I'll use it up and be like, wow, this is incredible, and then forget and not repurchase it. So that's weird, but I do love it. So next up is a lipstick. I also haven't had this for very long, but I wanted to mention it because I don't often buy lipsticks. The only reason I purchased this was because I was buying this and some other skincare, and I wanted to peruse Ulta's site, and I think this was on sale. This is the NYX Shout Loud Satin Lipstick. Typically don't go for satin or shine or anything like that. Matte is usually all I go for, and occasionally a gloss. But that's because I have an allergy to something that is in pretty much every lipstick that has a kind of sheen to it. So the shade I got is Wife Gold. And I think this is a beautiful shade. I actually filmed a video with this. I don't know if I'll ever upload it because it's kind of a boring look. But this is just the perfect red in my opinion. I think it's a dupe for MAC's Ruby Woo aside from the finish because it's not that super, super matte. But if you put powder on top of it, it looks exactly the same. So I'm a very big fan of this one. And I've been trying to decide if I want to grow out my bangs. And in doing so, I've been parting my hair down the middle and keeping my bangs out of my face. And so I've had a reason to do my brows, which I haven't had to do in months. So I went back to this product. I used to use it all the time. I'm sure if you look back in some of my videos, it's like the only thing I used in my brows. It is the NYX Eyebrow Gel. It is a waterproof gel that you squeeze out onto your hand, and you just use a brush to paint it on. I like this a lot better than the pomades because it doesn't dry out in here. It's very similar to the Makeup Forever Aqua Brows, I think they're called, which also comes in a tube. But this is really nice, especially in summer, which I know is over for a lot of my viewers. But if it's getting hot where you are, I do recommend trying it out because it stays all day no matter how sweaty you are. It's waterproof. Yeah, I never have to worry about it fading and my brows looking uneven and patchy throughout the day, which can sometimes happen with the dip brow. So a big fan of this, and I just have the shade Black. Okay, this is another favorite that I've definitely mentioned in the past, but in a different color. So I usually go with the cool pink shade of this one. Works and it doesn't work. So I'm talking about the LA Girl Pro Conceal. These are really cheap concealers, big fan of them. The only thing I don't like is they have this brush tip. If I do put them in my freelance kit, I take these out and just squeeze it onto my hand because this brush is not hygienic. I keep meaning to do that for my personal one, but for some reason I never get around to it. Anyway, this one is the shade Peach Corrector. So the reason I started using this one is because the pink one was definitely brightening, and it's good for fair skin, but because my darkness and like any scarring I had is so dark and almost purple, I still had a little bit of a cast, and this takes away that cast. I use the thinnest amount of it. In the video I have doing this, I think you can see as I like even just brush it on, it just kind of erases that color. So when I do go in with concealer, it just looks brighter, and there's no undercast or anything. So that's why I've been using this color. Big fan of the formula. It doesn't get like crepey under my eyes, and it doesn't make my concealer on top of it separate or settle, so big fan. But I also use a very thin amount, so I'm a big believer in using a very thin amount of product and layering instead of using a thick, heavy amount of one product. I just think it works better. It also looks way better. This I did a haul video on. I don't wear it as much as I want to, but I don't necessarily have a reason to wear makeup that much right now, so that's why. So this is the Black Moon Cosmetics liquid lipstick. This one is the shade Sleepwalker. It's just a black. I've tried a ton of different black liquid lipsticks. The Kat Von D one's okay, but it can be a little patchy. This one I find is the best coverage in one swipe. You don't have to let it dry and then put another layer on and then your lips feel super dry and like tight. Lasts all day without making your lips feel cracky and really ugly up close. So this formula in general is amazing, but this is also just the best black I think that's it for my favorites right now. I honestly haven't been wearing a lot of eyeshadow. If I do, it's liner and I'll put bronzer in my crease. Today I was trying out the Sample Beauty Prodigy palette just because my sister got it and it looked stunning, so I wanted to try it. And it's really nice. It's not mine though, so I didn't want to put it in a favorites. I do have a couple of eye-related products that I'm going to be trying and doing reviews on because a smoky eye is kind of my obsession. I love doing a smoky eye myself and on clients, but it's just my favorite look. And I've been trying a lot of different techniques that I don't usually use, and I got a new primer for a like black smoky eye that I'm really curious to see how it works. Because if you have hooded eyes, sometimes no matter what you do, that black smoky eye will end up having a crease throughout the day that the shadow just separates from. If you have hooded eyes, you know the struggle. And I found some primers that work well to prevent that, like the Smashbox 24-hour primer. 24-hour primer that's in the tube, which is similar to the Milani one that's in the tube. If you don't want to wear primer or you don't want to layer all those products, I wanted to try some other stuff. So I'll have videos on those soon because I am feeling a little bit better, which I also kind of talk about in the video where I'm getting ready. I might have an allergy to gluten that has been contributing to a lot of my like feeling horrible. That's cool. I'm trying to see how that works. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my favorites right now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I haven't been buying much makeup. I'm sure that's true for a lot of people. And I know, like personally, I'm not even watching that many makeup tutorials like I used to. I'm mainly watching videos where people are kind of talking about their life or talking about nonsense on the internet or like 90-day related content, Sims related content. So my channel might be changing just because personally I'm not that excited to talk about makeup on myself, and unless I'm like reviewing something or showing you a technique that I think is really cool and beneficial if you're like a freelance artist. The makeup videos I enjoy making are mainly to teach you guys how to do it on a client or hygiene related stuff like that. And because of the world we're in, client makeup is not as it's not happening as much. I just don't think it's the time to be putting that out. And yeah, so I'm probably gonna take a break from that stuff. I know I haven't been posting a lot anyway, but I figured I'd update you guys in case you were waiting for a certain video that I might have mentioned. Like I definitely mentioned at the beginning of quarantine doing a bridal like summer makeup, but I also thought quarantine was just gonna be 2 weeks and the world would be back to normal for some reason. But here we are and it's August and that doesn't matter anymore. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have an amazing day.